I, Kwabena Minta Akandoh,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
touching the matter in
shall
issue
be the truth,
shall be the
the
truth,
whole truth,
the whole
and
truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Honorable Akandoh, you were not here when we played the video. Do you want us to play the video again for you?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Can you please play the video for him to watch himself? No, to watch a gentleman who looks like him, to confirm that whether he was the one. No, there are two marshals. The second, the top guy. Yeah, okay. So the question is Yes, Honorable Akandoh.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
You watched the video.
I did. My attention was drawn to the fact that you wanted me to identify myself in the video,
Yes.
and I have.
Okay. That confirms that you are the person in the video.
Very well, Mr. Chairman.
On the 30th of January, when the nominee for the Ministry of Health portfolio was to be vetted, were you here?
Mr. Chairman, I was the same person.
Can you tell us what happened on that fateful day? In a brief, since you have to go somewhere. Brief.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I was invited by the appointment committee to appear before them on the 30th. Mr. Chairman, in the morning of the 30th, I called the clerk to the committee, Madam Gifty, to send me the program, the timetable. Mr. Chairman, when she sent me the timetable, my name was moved from on the 30th to 31st. So I quickly called her back and I said he had given me the wrong timetable. And she indicated to me that it was a right timetable, but they have reviewed it and that he was going to send me the new one and that I was supposed to be vetted on that day. Mr. Chairman, before then, immediately I saw that my name had been moved to 31st. Then I called the leadership of the committee, the appointment committee, to indicate to them that I had no notice whatsoever that my name had been moved to 31st. And my people had already started the journey and arrived in Accra, and so I was at a loss. And so both sides of the committee indicated to me that I was going to be vetted. In fact, my chief whip, the majority chief whip, indicated to me that if I had not had any clear instructions from them, why should I panic? And that I should get ready to appear before the committee. So I was held in the holding room for some time. I mean, you are going to be the second person, third person, fourth person, in that order. So at a point in time, the clerk came to the holding room and then called us to come and sit in the room. So I came in. I thought I was even going to be vetted. I saw the minister designated for transport took his seat, and then I had to come and sit close by. So immediately after the minister designated for transport, I took my seat. And then the chairman of the committee instructed that they should administer the oath. That's why I saw that the minority members of the committee started saying they wouldn't agree, and that everything started going well.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Designate. Colleagues, do you have questions for the witness?
Thank you. Chairman. So, Honorable Minister Designate, when you saw the commotion, from the video that we have seen, you kept glued to your seat. Were you hopeful that you were going to be vetted in spite of all that was going on?
Very much so, Mr. Chairman. I thought that, well, we usually disagree at the committee meetings, and finally, in most of the cases, cool heads will prevail, and then we continue our work. So I thought it was one of those instances.
So eventually, you could not be vetted. Were you disappointed?
Very, very, very much disappointed, Mr. Chairman. I had to make room for my guests, my visitors, paramount chiefs. I mean, there were quite some number, and it caused a lot of inconveniences to me.
It didn't cost you money. It cost you only inconvenience.
It cost me a lot of money, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, that will be all for now.
Thank you.
Any other colleagues? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Honorable senior colleague, how did you feel
At the time,
when all this was going on around you? Because actually it was just right at your time that this happened. How did you feel?
Mr. Chairman, I was so much disappointed, especially with the order in which the vetting was done. Mr. Chairman, you know, in this house, we do a lot of things by seniority. So I didn't understand why my junior colleagues would be vetted, especially when we're all, I mean, the names came at a time, and then I'll be asked to wait. I didn't understand. So I didn't understand the criteria they were using. So I was so much disappointed. I must be very honest with you. And I had the opportunity to register that displeasure at a point in time. After all, this is my 4th term in Parliament. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, so with all that happened, and with the senior that we all know that you are young, but you are senior in the House, what is your advice moving forward? From what you saw, what you were...
Mr. Chairman, I think we must plan things well. And when we plan, we must go according to the plan. If they had gone according to the plan, all these things would have been avoided. Mr. Chairman, I was told that that came about as a result of the fact that a particular day's vetting couldn't take place. So if I was part of the committee, my humble view, my humble opinion was that they will reschedule that day, those people who were supposed to be vetted that day, so that it will not affect the program, the rest of the program. But if you begin to slow them as and when, it is better to disappoint a group than to disappoint the whole program. So I thought that they should have, that is my opinion anyway. You may disagree with me. So I think that we should plan and plan well. Thank you.
Honorable colleague, but what is your view also on the behavior of our colleagues here on that day? I think that we are not keen on having our children pull tables, tear cables, and all that. But I want your view on that. We have to call a spade a spade. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, it was uncalled for. It is unexpected of a member of Parliament. My children, when I go home, Daddy, we saw you, you were fanning yourself, and the rest, you were fighting. I think it was embarrassing. Thank you.
Well, Honorable Minister Designate, were you part of the struggle? Did you fight anybody?
Mr. Chairman, I have been approved. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Honorable, but the president has not saw you.
Mr. Chairman, once I've been approved, I've been approved. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Minister for Health, were you part of the struggle? Did you also fight?
Not at all, Mr. Chairman.
So
And
you didn't raise any table?
Not at all. Not at all.
No chairs?
I was calm and I was just watching what was happening. Never, never.
Thank you very much for attending upon this committee. Or follow-up? Okay.
Mr. Chair, the clerk, she came to give some initial evidence on the other day that we met, but she was standing right by you, to your left side. What was the engagement between you and her?
Well, Mr. Chairman, she kept looking at the direction of Mr. Chairman to see whether or not she could be given instructions to administer the oath. And so even at the point in time when the chairman had given the instruction, she was still cool and she wanted everything to calm down before she does so. So I didn't hear her talk, and she kept telling me I should just wait, cool down. That's all. I mean,
Yeah.
Chairman, just because, okay.
Mr. Nominee, on a lighter note, you said that once you had been approved, you were there. I want to let you know that in this house, people have been vetted, approved, and never sworn in. In fact, to add to it, they were actually in the swearing room and they were not sworn in. But that's on a lighter note.
Yeah, Chairman, thank you very much. I know Honorable Akandoh is a very friendly guy. Even across the other side, you have a lot of good friends. So what were you thinking of when Honorable Minister for, who was the nominee then, Transport, he came ahead of you and he went through, but when he got to your time, what were you thinking of? Because I know you have a lot of friends across there.
Mr. Chairman, not even only friends, but I was surprised because they had given their word that I was going to be vetted. I had already indicated that when I saw my name changed to 31st, I reached out to them. And they said, no. I mean, they have reviewed it and I was going to be vetted. So I heard it from them that they said I was going to be vetted. So I was surprised when, this commotion was going on. I was actually surprised, but hey, there was less I could do then.
Thank you very much for attending upon this committee. In less than a week, you've attended upon vetting committee and then special committee to find out what happened on your day of vetting. We will call upon you again before we finalize our report. Thank you very much. And we wish you all the best today.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.